Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Tavian's World of Reptiles. I hope you all are well and healthy. So I know it is a Wednesday evening for me, and I said that I would have this out Sunday or Monday, so I'm slacking. But I'm home from work, and I'm going to do it. I'm going to get it busted out. I'm not promising that you will see it Wednesday. You might not see it till tomorrow. We'll see how much energy I have editing-wise. So, what happened and why do I only have one African house snake and not the original breeding pair that I was seeking for or looking for? So, I will tell you. So when I decided to do the African house snake breeding, I looked around and different places to see who had African house snakes available, and there were not many places that actually had them. So I went to a place that I had ordered before, and that was LLL Reptile, and they had them. So I ordered my male and my female. So they came on time, and they were well packaged, and that was all good. Except I got home and I opened them up and I looked at them, and the female looked reasonably okay. She was a little, she was tiny, but I don't know, I've never seen in person African house snakes. I don't know how small they're supposed to be, even as hatchlings. So I assumed maybe they were just like really fresh hatchlings of some sort. But then the male was also equally as tiny, but my first impression of it was that he was a bit dehydrated looking. And I was like, okay, you're a little dehydrated. No big deal, I guess. I mean, I know that Triple O Reptiles does do exporting, and so, that's a thing. Sometimes the snakes come a little bit rough for wear. But I was like, all right, okay. So I got them into their little setups, and I kept them in the cups that they came in because they were so tiny. I just sterilized those cups and then decked them out, put some little water dishes in it, gave them little paper, like new little paper hides or whatever, and let them be for a week. I didn't want to stress them out. That was my very first mistake. I'm gonna say it was my mistake a lot throughout this video because I own up to a lot of the stuff that is my fault. I'm not going to say that I did not take the right steps. I'm not going to deny that I did these things. Like, I messed up a lot, and I'm going to say when I did that because I believe in doing that. Anyway, moving on. So, I did not contact them about this. I should have. First thing I should have done, even with what I thought was just dehydration, I should have contacted them and let them know, because I guess what my thought process was, and I didn't read clearly, and that was one of my biggest things you need to read when you are ordering from places. But I assumed that their live guarantee was literally just like, as long as it showed up in the mail alive, then that was that. Like, whatever happened after that was my fault, as far as I thought. In reality, they had like a moving on. I'll stay focused. Stay focused. Okay, so I did not contact him right away about the dehydration. That was my fault. So I later on, after a week of letting them sit, I tried to feed. I pulled out the pinkies that I had, and I'm like, man, this is not gonna work. Like, they're too small for these pinkies. So I ended up taking a picture of the pinky next to one of the snakes, and I contacted Triple O Reptile. This is the very first contact I've had with Triple O Reptile about it. And this is not about the dehydration. This is about what were you guys feeding these things there? Because what I have is pinky mice. They're too small, and this is what I contacted them about, and I asked them this. And I'm bringing up the laptop because I'm just going to read as things as they go. And they said I sent them this picture, and they said that they can eat stuff twice the size of their head, so that is doable. If does look a touch big, if you could try and find the absolute smallest one. All right, I don't have anything smaller than that, so I'm like, all right, well, I'll have to figure it out. I'll just chop these into pieces and see if I can get them to eat it like that. The female did eat the pieces and has continued to eat pieces since then, and I was very happy about that. The male did not touch it. And at this point, I'm like, okay, I'm really concerned. At this point, I've actually like really picked up this snake and I'm looking at it, and I'm like, there's more than dehydration here. there is physical, like you are starving. Like I can now see that, I can see your spine clearly. I have seen videos of African house snakes, and you can never really tell how big they are when they're in people's hands. Like people's hands are different, so I never can really tell how big they are. But I did know, I can tell their body shape, and this body shape was not right. I could see once I really started to observe the snake that it had a triangle shape to its body, which told me that this snake was near, so it's absolutely starving, like was had really low body weight on it. And so I reached out to the African house snake group that I had recently joined, and was just like, let them know, hey, this is it. This is what's happening. This is what I did. I ordered from LLLReptiles. This is what I got. Here's their condition. I'm concerned about this one in particular, and shared these pictures, and let them know what was up. And they were just like, yeah. First of all, both of those were way smaller than they should have been. Even for hatchlings, people were telling me that they were actually really tiny, even for hatchlings, and that Triple L Reptile had messed up by even shipping those to begin with. They should never have been shipped when they were that tiny, and so in that regard, that was on them. They should not have done that. And I know I told them that I would reach out to Triple L Reptile and let them know about how disappointed I was. I knew that it was my fault at this point. That there's no getting a refund because I did not contact them in time. As far as I was concerned, it should have been done day of, and I didn't. Therefore, I missed out any opportunity to. But I did want to reach out to Triple L Reptile anyway to let them know. So I sent them a message on Facebook, and I was just like, so I have a complaint. I said I should have complained earlier, but here we are. I ordered a pair of African house snakes while one is reasonably healthy, although small, the other one is barely clinging to life. I have had, um, I have had who places refuse refunds if the snake is still living, so I didn't bother requesting a refund. That's the thing. I have had places that did that to me that were just like, well, the snake's alive, so then it was alive when you got it, so that's fine. Whatever happened after that is your problem. So that was there it was. That's why I didn't bother to contact them. That's right. I remember now. So, but as you can see, this female came super skinny, or male, I don't know why I said female, came super skinny and in bad shape. She has major skin flaps, oh gosh, sorry, up the side of her body in a very triangle-like body. Signs of poor health. This animal should never have been sent. However, being that your policy is live animal guarantee, I figured I would be wasting my time since it did technically arrive alive. But I woke this morning to see the little girl is dead. She had refused food, unlike the male. I had the genders mixed when I was talking about this, and had been just barely active since I got her Friday. I know getting her replaced or my money back is slim to none, but I think you should know that I'm not satisfied with this experience, which is sad because I've now had great experience with, I've now had a non-great strat. I don't know what I was saying there, but anyway. But after this, I will be wary about of coming back. I understand a lot of your animals are wild caught. I just think it's important for y'all to actually observe those animals and make sure you are not sending obviously sick animals. And then I sent those pictures, more of the pictures that I took of the. Whew, let me readjust that. Anyway, sorry about that. And so I sent the pictures. All right, and so they responded and said a couple of notes. First, I'm sorry to hear about the loss. Let's go over a few points though. One, there is not just a live guarantee. It's printed right on our website and on your invoice. It's a live and 100% healthy guarantee. All right, that was my wrong. I should have read that clearer, and then I would have contacted them right away about it if I had completely read that. My bad. I own up to that. Okay. And 3 days after arrival. Also, I had up to 3 days after arriving, if the snake arrived, to contact them. I did not. That was also my bad. Okay. It tells you you can call us with any concerns. If you had any concerns, at all, letting us know that these concerns immediately covers you. You messaged about the feeding question, but sent a pic of a healthy-looking snake and raised no concerns about the other one at all. Why? It's a it's a matter of letting us know juvenile house snakes can be touchy, but the pictures you are sending show plenty of weight. Did you call us at all with your concerns on it at all? It is really difficult for us to help you when instead of calling us you simply try to charge your card back. What? I didn't try to charge my card back. I never said that. I literally said right off the bat that I was not looking for a refund. But anyway, I'm very sorry for your loss, but telling us of any concerns reading the very short guarantee that clearly states to call us with any concerns, it's just tough. There is nothing I can even offer you if start a it offer you uh, or start a chargeback process. Okay, there was really wording there. So again, I am truly sorry for the loss, but in the future, you really should follow up with any company on any purchase before handling it in a different method. It takes any help we can offer completely out of our hands. I hope your remaining house snake does well. Take care and good luck. Okay, I want to go back to something because that was not correct. Oh, that's right. They said that I sent them a picture of a healthy snake next to a mouse. That picture, I look at it again. This picture. This is the picture of the snake next to the mouse. This is the one that looked unhealthy. In my opinion, this is not a picture of a healthy snake. And if I had personally been really looking at it and not less focused on the food, I would have seen it myself that this is not a picture of a healthy snake. You can clearly see in that picture that the snake does not look healthy next to that mouse. But anyway, that being said, so they said all that, and I was just like, all right. I had messaged. I'm not gonna read everything that I said because it really was. I've said all that I said. I said I did admit it to I did not read the things clearly, and I did say that after sharing the pictures with other keepers, the truth and severity of her health was made clear, and I did admit that I didn't read clearly. I said all that. I said my main point of contacting you was just to let you know that your establishment messed up. Like you sent a package with an animal in it that was not healthy, and I think that your packaging crew should know about that so that they can double their efforts on checking the animals that they are packaging. That's it. That's really the whole point of me messaging you, which is what I said. And I was like, the less people receive sick animals from you, the better for your business, is all I'm saying. I dropped the ball on not reading. Y'all dropped the ball on sending a sick animal to begin with. Okay. They said we do appreciate you letting us know. However, we deal with a ton of house snakes, and calling us for advice or with concerns could have possibly saved the snake. That's the point of guarantee to tell us. However, I will certainly pass it on to our crew. They are very thorough about looking over the animals when packing, but they are human and things can happen when dealing with a living animal. Again, good luck with the other one. If you have any questions, let us know. Take care. Now, I shared all of this with the group that I originally went to, and when I first read this, I thought the same thing, and they just confirmed it with me. There is no difference between the 3 days that I had to contact them about the snake and the week that I did contact them about the snake. This snake was already starving to death. It would have made no difference. There is nothing they could have done to help me save this snake's life. So for them to say that they could have made a difference if I had contacted them at that 3 day mark or even before that, 3 days, a week, it doesn't matter. This snake was already at the point of death. Like a week there was nothing you could have done. I don't think there's anything they could have done for me to help me save this snake. Just nothing. There's nothing more that they could have told me to do that I wasn't already attempting to do. So I really call bull on that. and it just really their whole response to it all. They're not really just saying you are right, we are sorry, we messed up here. Like the way they just did that really just makes me really want nothing more to do with them. I have overall had a good experience with Triple O Reptile up until this. And yeah, like I said, I owned up to my mistakes, and I think it's up to them to own up to theirs. And they completely refused to. They just kept kind of putting it back on me because I did not contact them. That because I didn't contact them, um, they could have saved the snake. No, there's nothing they could have done. I really don't believe that. Within 3 days and 7 days, like there is no difference. You cannot. There's nothing they could have done. What they were gonna do? I would have sent them back the snake, and they'd have probably just fucking sent it back and colded. I'm sorry. I'm upset because I just they tried to make it out to be like because I didn't contact them, the snake died. There was nothing they could have done for me to help me save the snake. Look how bad it was. Its spine was already exposed. It was super dehydrated. It had folded over skin. It was a goner. There was nothing that could be done at this point. But anyway, I just there's nothing that they could have done for me. Like there's nothing like me send it back in the mail, put it through all that stress again to ship it back to them. I don't. Anyway, so that's what happened. That's why I don't have the other um, African house snake. That's why it is just the one, and that is why I probably will never go back to Triple L Reptiles. They can and probably will post on this if they see it and talk all the mess they want and still call me wrong for it. I have plenty of people that say I am not at the fault for the death of this animal because there was nothing that I could have done. There's nothing that Triple L Reptile would have or could have been able to do in any of the time frame between when I got the snake and when I finally contacted them about it, letting them know what was happening. So, anyway, I'm now extremely upset and heated just rethinking about the whole situation because I just don't like the way it was handled. Like, okay, I messed up. I messed up as a buyer, and I think, I'm going to do a whole different video because now I've already gone on so long with this one about, the things you really need to do when you are ordering from places and where you need to do your research. But, like, I think when you are an establishment, if you mess up and you send a sick animal, you need to own up to that. You don't just keep putting it back on the person who got it because I'm reasonably new at ordering animals, but even somebody who was like straight up, I've never ordered an animal before ever like that. These things can happen. People can misread things, whatever. Like you, the fact of the matter is, even if they fail to read this like thing that if you get a sick animal, contact me within 3 days. Okay, if they don't and they still are just saying I don't even want a refund, I'm just letting you know. You don't just keep putting it back on them and saying it's your fault. Like it's your fault, it's your fault. Like you should have contacted us, you should have contacted us, we could have saved your animal. The fact of the matter is, you need to say, I'm sorry we sent you a sick animal. I'm sorry that happened. And at one point, not at one point was that done. It was just, I'm sorry you didn't contact us. I'm sorry that we can't help you because you didn't contact us. And that's all I got from Triple L Reptiles on this situation. And so, because of that alone, I will probably never have anything to do with Triple L Reptile again. Yes, I know that a lot of places do exports, and I know that a lot of places are coming. You're getting wild caught animals a lot of times, and you're taking a chance when you order from these places, and I get that. All I expect really in return is for people to step up and claim their mistakes because I did. I claimed when I didn't read. I claimed that I messed up in that sense, and Triple or Reptiles refused to take any blame for any of it. None of it. You just said that, we work with a lot of animals and things mistakes happen. Blah blah blah. Like we try to do our best. Like that's not an apology. That's not saying, yep, we did that. We messed up. Like that's just like rubbing it off and still saying that. But you should have contacted us. Like I'm not about it. But anyway, I'm not gonna keep ranting. That is the story. That is why I only have one African house snake now, and that is why it's probably going to take me a while before this project actually kicks off. Because now I'm going to try to look for actual private breeder that maybe even already has some older, really well established breeding pairs that they have willing to share. So anyway, that's all now. I'll see if I have the energy to edit this tonight and get it up tonight. If not, you guys will see it tomorrow, which is Thursday. And yeah, so TWR is out. Y'all take care of yourselves. Love yourselves. Love your reptiles. Love your family. And yeah, keep spreading those herbs.